Are you tired of having to wait just to win, or maybe even lose or draw a chess game? Here are the answers for you. In this video, we will cover numerous different traps all in one video, which you can use to crush your opponents easily and quickly. Let's get to it. So guys, to start off with, we are going to do probably the most popular trap in chess. I know that if you've been subscribed to this channel, you probably know it. Yes, it is the one, the only Scholar's Mate. Now, for this video, I'm not really going to focus on Scholar's Mate because I think all of you already know it, but I'm going to focus on some traps within Scholar's Mate that you can easily use to get material from your opponent or win. So, without further ado, I'm just going to start e4, e5, bishop out. That's all well and good, but let's just say your opponent makes a move. I'm just going to play any random move like knight out here. Then we go for the usual Scholar's Mate, h5, not the f3 line. It has to be h5 for this to work. He attacked through the pawn. Great. So, at this point, we can't really get checkmate anymore. I mean, we can try to go back, but then he can block with the knight. But there is something much better. Can you find it? Yes, that is right. It is the move queen takes e5, putting the king in check. He has to block because the king cannot move. Then we take the rook, and at this point, black has basically lost. Not to mention this knight is hanging because of the pin. There's no way to defend it. And at this point, we're just going to win the game because we've got a fork. Now, if we go back to this. Now, here is a very interesting trap. And if your opponents don't know it, then they can fall for it. Okay, they blocked. Great. Now, what do? Well, we play this move, g4. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to push this pawn up so that the knight will have to move. But then it is checkmate because it's pinned to the mate. So, I'm just going to continue, let's just say plays a move like this. Bam, we hit the knight, and it can't move because of the checkmate on f7. It can't move, so let's say to move like this. We're going to take, and we've already won loads of material in the opening, and that's really good. So yeah, there are a ton of traps that you can use in Scholar's Mate. Those were just the main ones, but there are numerous others. So yeah, that is Scholar's Mate. So our next trap on the list is a really deadly one. And I've had a lot of success with this against players online. I even beat some players with this who are super high rated, like 1400, maybe even 1500. It is really effective, and this is none other than the Blackburn shilling, which is a really deadly trap, and players can fall for it really easily without even knowing. Then you deliver checkmate, and yeah. So it starts off with the Italian opening, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. Then they go for bishop c4, which is the Italian. Okay, good. Now, instead of playing the more conventional, like knight out, or maybe bishop out, we go for a weird move. At first, it looks like a blunder, but it's part of our grand plan. We go for knight to d5, which attacks this knight here. So they may be thinking, oh, I can just take this free pawn. Okay, good. But now we bring out our queen, and they may be tempted to take here, forking our queen and our rook. But then we launch a counter-attack on this pawn. Now, the first line, he moves his rook over. We take with check, okay? Simple. The queen cannot block because of the knight. So he may be thinking, okay, I'll just block with the bishop. But then a stunning checkmate. We deliver checkmate. The bishop cannot take because it is pinned by the queen. A beautiful smothered mate. That's what it's called when it's checkmate because the king is blocked in by his own pieces. And we've won the game. So let's just go back to that line. So in this line, if they take, then we will take. Bring back here. We take their pawn. They bring it back. And then personally, I like this move here. Knight out. That forces them to go here. We take. Now, players may be tempted to go back here. In which case, it is a checkmate. But if we go back, even if they go here, we still have quite a lot of winning chances, as what we can do, we can protect, and then we can force that king into the corner, and we'll have a really good position. The knight is stuck on the corner of the board, and we're just going to probably win the game. The king cannot castle, we can castle, and it's just a really good game. That is our second trap, guys, a Blackburn shilling. Okay, guys, so our third trap again is for black. Now, this is a really deadly trap, and a really annoying one when you fall for it. because it looks like a blunder at first, but then you get into this whole range of theory and you just really unexpectedly win the game. So starts off with d4. We play e4, gambiting a pawn in the centre, luring into the trap that black will hopefully fall in. We play knight to c6, and most likely they'll defend with their knight. Then we bring out the queen. Then most likely they defend with their bishop. Okay, good. This is the position that we want. So we bring out our queen, giving check, attacking both the bishop and the king, and you'll notice it's not a fork because he can block with the bishop or protect with the queen, which protects the bishop and attacks the queen. So sometimes they blunder and make a move like this, in which case you take the bishop, but some players won't fall for that. So the first line we're going to look at is bishop out. Okay, so far so good. We take this pawn, threatening to take this rook. Now, one of the only ways that they can stop this is to bring their bishop out here. But then we pin this bishop to the king, and they really want to stop us from taking that rook. So what they're going to do, they're going to bring their queen out here, anticipating that they'll take. We have a trade of queens, and it's just a normal game. So after the trade, they might be thinking, okay, so black isn't going to take this rook, but we have something far better than a rook. What's better than a rook? That's right, it's a checkmate. We deliver beautiful checkmate. The king cannot move anywhere, no pieces can block, and it's game over. So, if I go back, that was our first line. But in our second line, they block with the queen. So what we do, we take, they go here as expected, but then we just do the pin, and you'll notice a queen is worth a lot more than a bishop, so they are forced to take if they want to at least win back some material. We're up 6 points of material. He has to block with his bishop or his knight, or move the king if he doesn't want a castle. And then, personally, I just like to play passively because we've already got a lot of material. We just go back and we're going to win the game. That was our third trap, guys, the England Gambit. So, guys, for our fourth trap, we have the one and only Le Gaul's mate. Beautiful mate, sacrificing a queen but winning the game in the process. Here's how it goes. So you start off normally, e4, e5. Now we bring our bishop out. Now in this position they play a rather unusual move, d6, which blocks the black bishop, which is a bit of a mistake, and we will punish him for that. And what we are going to do is play this move. Most of the time he plays this, then we bring out our knight, and they attack. So, in this point, we play h3. Now, this may look like a bit of a useless move at first, but I will come to why this move is so important in the trap. So, most likely the bishop will move back, as he does not want to trade because the knight is generally worth less than a bishop, and the queen will be brought out. But in this position, a shocking move, we take. And what this allows is, basically, this allows him to take our queen. But then what happens next is shocking. We check. This is his only move. We check him again. This is checkmate because the king cannot move anywhere. You can't block, obviously, because it's checkmate with the knight. No piece can capture. So that was the checkmate. Now, if I go back, I will show you why that h3 move is so important. If we didn't play h3, some people do not fall for the trap, and in this case, they'll take. Now, in this position, we have a problem. We cannot take the bishop because then they will take with the knight and we're going to lose loads of material and it's just not worth it. So, always play h3, I would recommend, before playing this trap, unless you're playing against a beginner player. So, that is trap number 4, Le Gaul's mate. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Also, I'll put links to our other videos in the description, such as a video on the Ponzi Annie opening and a video on the French by my friend Eric. So please check out the rest of our videos. We have so much to offer. And also, please subscribe. It helps out the team a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!